Welcome to another Worthington Model Railway video. This video is going to, well, it's going to fill a hole in the layout, in the landscaping. I sometimes get that sort of, oh, squirrel thing goes on, and I build bits of dioramas and then I get involved in something else and, oh, squirrel! And I get a hole, basically. I'm going to pull the camera around a little bit here, and as I do that, you're going to see that most of this area of the layout is getting done. Now there's that whole section at the back there that is going to include some industrial and some other things, but you know, that's sort of good until we get to here. And we have what I can best describe as a hole. And if we zoom out a little here, you can see this whole area is not finished. So that's the next thing I'm going to attack, is this area here, and finish that section. So we'll see what we're going to do to get that all done. So to fill this hole, I'm stealing a trick that I saw from Charlie on Chadwick Model Railway. This is coconut matting, and this is a liner for a plant. I bought it at my local hardware store for a few bucks. So I'm going to cut this and put this in the area over here where I want to create the banking. And we'll color it. We'll put some grass and some foliage on it and see what it looks like. I'm hoping that I can just cut this and that I won't need to put anything behind it in terms of building it out, but we'll see as I go with that. So first thing I'm going to do is measure the bank and then cut this out into a long strip. I'm concerned that I might not have enough, and I may have to go back and buy another one, but we'll see what we can do with what I have here. So placing the ruler here, looking at the angle on the bank, I need roughly 5 inches. So I took the ruler and I measured 5 inches and I marked it 5 inches. I'm going to take a pair of scissors and cut around there. So I cut around this. It obviously now it's sort of bowed, but I think there's enough of it to be able to pull it out a bit so I can straighten it out. I'm trying not to pull it out too far, but I think we'll be able to do this and that'll straighten it a little bit. It's interesting to note, some places it's a lot thicker than others. I'm not quite sure, just the way that they make these, I suppose. But anyway, so now I've got quite a nice length of it to run along here. Oh, let's get some glue out and glue that in place. As I thought, I don't have enough of it. I still have a piece left here from the center, so that'll give me maybe give me enough. I might be able to stretch out enough for what I need, but we'll see as we go here. So, getting some light glue here. Just going to put some glue on the top of here. Pretty generous with this glue. I'm going to go kind of over the edge a bit. We'll come along with something on top of that edge later. Based on where this is going to land, it's going to be somewhere along Going somewhere along here. So for this area over here where I gotta have a join, I just cut a small triangle out of the excess I had. I'm just gonna put a little glue in here. Well, stick a piece on there. And I'm sure that'll blend in fine once it sits up. So I'd taken some more that I cut out of what was left. I'm going to keep patching along here. Hopefully it will be fine. So while the long piece has worked fine on its own, I determined that I needed to put something behind these short pieces I'm trying to put together here. So I put a piece of polystyrene there, put some white glue on it. I'm going to put the coconut matting on the polystyrene. I'm going to keep going with this for a bit. I'll catch you in a minute. So I was able to get enough out of that one thing to be able to, that one plant holder, to do the whole thing. So we now need to just I'm gonna leave this to dry, and then we'll start with some paint, and we'll put some foliage in there and see what it looks like. So much as I hate using rattle cans indoors, I do have my garage door open, and I have a mask on. Just in case somebody wants to know I have a mask on, I have a mask on. I'm going to paint this coconut matting with some green spray paint.
I'm going to say, don't do this. Spray this stuff outside. It took 2 days before I was able to get back up in there. And the smell was terrible and everything else. So if I did this again, I'd spray this coconut matting before I ever start to stick.
So I really am very happy about how this turned out. This looks really good just at this point. I'm going to let this paint dry up, and then we'll add some more foliage, etc. to it. Some stuff in here that's going to have a slightly different coloration to it. Give me some gradation in terms of color. So I'll take some of the Woodland Scenics that's a slightly different color and throw that on there. I need to keep going with this along the entire area here. So I'm going to just keep going, and we'll catch up in a bit. For the sake of continuity, as I used the colored lichen from Woodland Scenics on this part of the layout, I'm going to continue to use that going down here. So I'm going to add some of that along the top there. I think this is starting to come together. So this is now all dried for the next day. I'm going to finish it off with a couple of trees and some other stuff. But generally speaking, I think it came out pretty well. I do need to finish the road bridge up at the end there, but
As always, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. You can subscribe with the button to the top right, and on the top left you'll see another video.